How is it going, guys?
I think okay. I mean, like,
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a link, okay, in the chat. Let me just share my screen first. So why I'm giving this link, because sometimes it's very difficult to find when you search like that. Get a Google captcha API keys. As you can see, I'm already signed in. So if you haven't signed in properly, you'll be just sign in to your login, email, Gmail, or something, whatever it is, and obviously search for it. So as you can see, sign in. When I click, I will be straight to this to that thing. However, I'm going to give you, so as you can see, it tells me this is called control panel, but you may not see it. So if you do not see it, it's a straightforward. You can bookmark it. Let me just put it somewhere here. Let me just give you in the text. See what you see. You may see slightly different than me because I'm logged in. So click on that. See if you somehow into that page, because I have to sign out in order to do the whole thing. Let's see if you get it somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the same as you.
Same as right, brilliant. So, at some point, let me just open my another browser which I'm not signed in. See what can I see on that. So let me just quickly log in to my Firefox, because I have two accounts. I logged in at two, so I'm going to use the third one. See, of course, I don't remember my login, to be honest. I leave it always on. Probably have to check it. Don't worry. You see the same, right? This is what you should see. If you click on admin console, just check where. Let me change it to English. Where is English? United Kingdom. So it might ask you to log in to your account. If you're already logged in, my case, it will be like this. Okay, so where did I click? I click perhaps just on admin.
Admin.com, okay.
You can also open this documentation separately for further, but anyway, you can always come back there anyway. Just if you click on admin, if you're not signed in, it should ask you to sign in.
It tells me register a new site.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. No problem.
So what should I do?
Wait for us to catch up.
Okay, no, it's alright. Oh, actually, it itself signed me in. I don't know how it did it.
You're probably signed in already.
No, I literally just, applied the link you said to Google, and it actually signed me in with the email address, which I... no?
What is your word? Oh, he's giving me this. Okay. Filipino. If I do some search on Bengali, is coming with Bengali. English. This would give me, I'm not sure I have the proper login, to be honest, because I do not log in for a long time. I usually keep it always on. Let's see if I can log in. If not, then I already have a logged in on other one, so I should be able to compel to. So that's probably me. So password, of course. Not sure this is a very long time ago. Not sure. I am. Don't save it. I am straight to something like this because I already have a site. You see, you have one site. You may not have any site at all. No matter which login I do, I would have it. So, Tasha, could you be kind enough to share one of your screen so I can guide you through this?
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, Kasha or anyone, Tasha, Paula, Diana, anyone can share it so I can share it, because every time I do, I will not be able to show you from the beginning. I register site actually, that's the option. Let's have a look. If you're new, what do you do?
Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry, because now Zoom was, sorry.
Space. No, Zoom is a bit annoyingly sometimes blocks the on the ways, comes on the way.
Okay, allow Zoom to show your screen. Okay, sorry, system.
Who else are on this position in case you're doing it? Hawk, Mazdul, Diana, Paula, Julius, Sadaf, anyone else also doing it? So, exactly. So we're gonna look. If you are watching it, have a look. Maybe when Kasha or anyone share, I can show you that from the beginning how you can register a site.
You're saying that we register a new site, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And there's a plus sign. This yeah.
Okay, sure.
I think there is a plus sign on the top right. You can click that to create as well.
Okay, I can't share. I don't know why it's
worries. That's okay. I can share my one.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. If you guys have some plus sign, what do you see, Mr. Hawk? Because I might see different than you. Can you see a plus sign here or something? Might be slightly different.
No.
What do you see?
It's in the very beginning of the page, I think.
Can you share a screen kindly?
Yeah,
so
sure.
I can quickly guide others. Just need a one. We never did before.
Need to enable my screen.
Yeah, you are. Guys, can you see Mr. Hawk's one?
Oh yes, I've got the same. Register a new site.
I see. Okay, so in here, choose version 3 for me. On the first one, the first radio button. So click on that first radio button. It says that's the one we want. Of course, in the label, you would be writing the actual domain name, because you don't have any domain. You can register with localhost. Just type localhost.
Here.
Just type localhost. Yeah. Let's see if this takes it. If any save or anything, maybe you probably have to. You already have given email already, so no need. Accept terms and services, please.
And submit, yeah?
Submit. That should be the option. Yeah, submit. Let's see.
It doesn't let me. It tells me please specify a domain name.
Okay, just do localhost.com.
Okay, and it says localhost has been registered.
So don't show this key to anybody, Mr. Hawk. This is your key. There are 2 keys you need. That's all you need. That's it. You can stop sharing.
Okay.
So you should all have a key now.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's it. That's pretty much what we need. Thank you for sharing. So basically, I will have the same. I mean, you may not know one of the things about Google account. Maybe you use it for client. Maybe it's not that it's very serious thing that we have to worry about too much now. But it's good that you probably use it for client. You probably use it for e-commerce. It's good to be saved on the screen. So of course, I will be logging into mine. So there will be when you, of course, in this case, you are here already. So I can add one. Maybe I already have one. That's the problem. I can add one more. Maybe let me see if I can add just a fun one. Local host. Host. Just making it up. Com. Local host. Yeah, accept it. Hope it will let me allow. Local host. I'm gonna say test because later on I'll have problem myself. Test.com. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. You don't even have to write localhost.com. It should work anyway. That's it. Okay, so here's the key that you will look at it. Make sure you open it. I'm not going to keep it, of course, so you can have a look. I'm just going to say that I'm going to keep a copy. So as you can see, there are two of them. This is the public key. This is the private key. Under no circumstances you should share them with anybody. Okay, even though it's a captcha, because it gives you access to a lot of things. So it's better you do not share them with anybody. Okay, you can just copy them and open it as some sort of maybe notepad and save it, making sure they're called secret key and side key. So let me know if you have got it. Okay.
Oh, just a moment.
However, accept that to be a live domain. Okay, Google doesn't collect data from the local host, so but implementation is same basically. You just need a new key when you have registered that. You just change the key. You don't have to change much in the application when you push in the live.
Okay.
Last toner, save it. I'm gonna save it. Let's see where it takes me. Setting. Let's see where I go. Where does it takes me? Okay. It keeps me in here. And I'm gonna say okay. Last toner, save it. I'm gonna save it. Let's see where it takes me. Go to settings, save it. I do save it. Does it stay here? Let's see where it takes me. I need some documentation for it. Oh, okay. So here is the thing. Now I have set it up. I have two of my. This is your control panel. See, after next two steps, if you key something like this, can you? That's your control panel. This is why you're gonna see the suspicious request percentage. You can change the fifth of the day, number of requests, score distribution. But for localhost, of course, Google doesn't read anything. Any interaction from a localhost, Google doesn't read. So we may not see any live data unless you have a live site to do this. But how we make sure that Google captcha has been added to us to test that we have different options. So don't worry about it. But once you put the live, it will be similar to this exactly. Okay. So at the moment I don't have anything here. You can add as many key, I think, and you can see the settings. But I need some documentation. How do I use it, for example? So I think in the earlier code that I'm using two different. I have a documentation file which I'm just gonna give you the link. So just gonna quickly go to that link to see if I can get the documentation. So that's my control panel. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. Keep it clean. That's the documentation. Oh. Okay. So when you have time, of course, you will read this. But obviously, we are not going to do that. We are going to. There are. How do you implement this? There are more than one techniques. Okay. Just to confirm, how many of you actually got a key, or know now that I'm okay with that, or do you need help? Elena, Sadaf, I don't know if you can see it. You got it. Yeah, great. Diana, Julius, Mazdul, Paula, Sadaf. Yeah, that's good. Sadaf is good. Julius is good. Mazdul is good. Asha is good.
Yeah, are you saying that to use this service from the Google, my client need to have their Google account, email account, and also their own website, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
The website that they will give us to make.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. So basically, there are two options. Some point your client and developer relationship has to be in some trust point, of course, because your client gives you all the domain login system, all the client at work. They'll have to give it to you because otherwise you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So, but it's trust you keep. Just the one thing. Okay, that's of course your business. So they will either you could suggest them to follow these steps to get you a key, and then obviously what is the point? Because you have to basically all you need a key from them. That's it. So you can tell, could you please register as such with your Gmail account and get a pair of key and send it over to me. Because you don't need to log in on behalf of them.
Okay.
So once you get the key, that's all I need. I need a piece of code, I need a key to implement it. Sometimes client, what most of the case says, oh, come on, just create one for me. So of course, we tend to tell customer, please do not give us your personal email. We cannot guarantee the security of it. So we can write a little bit of 2 steps documentation, or we can just show them live to do this. So you can do this. But if they don't mind, if they say like this, they could also say like this, Mr. Brother, I won't be bothered to check it, control front, why don't you use yours, for example, on my side? Does it make sense? So I can use this, the one I have, for my clients, not a problem. Because I can then monitor on behalf of customer. I can then go and check on behalf of my client. Yeah. I can create as many key I want for each of the sites, and in the control panel I can traffic all my clients together.
So if you have a 200 or 300 client, 300 site, that for those 300 sites you can use your own.
You can create. I think there is a threshold how many. I haven't seen anything that's more than, it's a problem. Google is free. It gives free. Google gives it free. It's actually good for Google advertisement. So, you have to, if you want to maintain it, you maintain it. If you don't want to take the further hassle, it depends on the clients and, the contract that you have, that you will hand over everything. They will have their own monitoring. They will have this. Then you don't need to. Most of the client is actually those who are not technically, those who has only one site, one time options. They don't have any dashboard or anything, regular monitoring, updating of the site. They will request you to do it. Does it make sense? And then you do it. But if they have, the monitoring system they want to manage, they have an internal IT section, guys who can manage it, do their posting and everything, then obviously you hand it over to them. I like to hand it over as much as possible to file everything. And the clause on the top that you must change whatever you've given to me. It's a good idea not to keep too many. So that's so I have a documentation I want to share with you guys, which is you can bookmark as well. Sometimes they're very tricky to find, so I just quickly add it to my here, just in case. Now this is of course a hidden, let me see, automatically bind challenge. So as that there are more than one way you can load it. One of them with JavaScript. I just add this thing somewhere, make a call, blah blah blah. This is okay. This is this is three pieces of code you have to add if you use JavaScript. Okay. So one is this goes just, I'm not doing it right now. I'll do different techniques. You can use this in your footer, and then of course somewhere that you have a form, you can add this on your custom scripts. On the button of this submit button, you have to add these additional data attributes like register button or login button. So these three things need to be added if you're doing through the JavaScript, and one of them is your public key. Side key is also called public. That's it. But we are not following it. This is for those who does with Node.js application that is completely built on JavaScript. That because one thing is JavaScript that if you put a secret key somewhere, it will be visible to your user. So there's no point. The way we are doing JavaScript, we have a PHP server side. We're going to use server side for that. But there are development like Node.js and React. Some of them, they do not use any server side. They use basically some sort of, React use it, but Node.js use Node.js as a server. So you can build the whole application using pure JavaScript. In that case, this is what the solution. That is you may ask, then how do they hide their key? Well, they hide their key. Something very interesting. They create a ENB file. We're not going too much. They have a technique for JavaScript, an ENB file, and it creates, store that data ignore file. ENB file, and they load that ENB file in Bootstrap, and they also hide that from GitHubs and others. So it's called git ignore. So this is a long process for them. However, if you're using PHP, there is another route to it. One thing is obviously you don't have to do env file or anything. You just can shift the secret key into PHP side. So this way you can save it. Okay. So we're going to looking something for JavaScript, PHP. In this case, this is all JavaScript solution. So I'm looking for something. See if I can get PHP. I do not see anything here. So if you search randomly, of course, you end up with finding a lot of tutorial with the PHP code given it to you. But obviously we may not have that time. I already have code. There are plenty different PHP codes that you can allow and apply to implement this. The one I have chosen has a good intention. Intention is you can read an AJAX or a remove API using PHP in a very minimalistic way. But API like this requires much more complexity because it has a secret key. In this case, PHP, I would definitely recommend to use a PHP curl extension, which just comes with your PHP anyway as a built-in, something called CURL. Now this is let's say this is a name of extension. It was designed especially to communicate with advanced API. But this is a bit advanced code, but I'm just gonna explain to you. So stay with me. This is what I want to implement for Opeldo. This is what I would recommend you to implement. The code, you may not even understand all of it, but you don't have to worry. I'm gonna just quickly go over it. So of course I will be doing it with the curl, PHP curl, because that solves a lot of problem in the future. So I'm not going to, of course, not going to use JavaScript. I'm going to look for a solution that I already found. I do not think I have actually kept anywhere. Let me see if I have any nice tutorial for this. But even though if you find a tutorial, you might need to change slightly different things on it. So I have done those changes and tested it. So that case, the code I'm going to give you is actually from one solution that I liked. But then again, of course, as I said, I have made adjustment and changes to our. So basically, maybe this one will tell you. The JavaScript would be there, of course. Let me see. Oh no, not this one. This one is pure JavaScript. I don't want that. don't worry, I have it. I have changed it. Let me see this one maybe. Okay, let me give you this one. Maybe if this is the one, you also make a bookmark for this. You might use it. Okay, I followed this one pretty much. I believe. Let me see. Was that this one with recipe? I will check quickly. If not, don't worry. I will have the key for myself. PHP. Yeah. Okay. This probably is it. This probably it. Yeah. This one is very good. One I'm going to share with you is called thoughtclass.com or something. They also take this code from a Google, search, and they find the Google solution for it. But there are many people that different way. But this one is the one I'm interested, and I will recommend you to use this. So I'm just going to give it there, and I'm going to use that too. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Okay, please bookmark all three that I gave you. You will be thanking me one day, and we will have our own code. So I have copied this, made this. This is what I'm going to work on. So I'm just I have all these things I need. I have the, keys, and I have the things. Hopefully I can run the test. So let's go ahead and open it code. Okay. We're going to go for a little break. Okay.